is doing, so they have their own eligibility, they have their own procedure, and even they have given the past nominees and all those things. So if you will see any of the past nominees, so let's example, if you will see the 2024 nominees, so you can see that Delhi section, Bangalore section, Madras section. So every section has, so see, this one is Madhya Pradesh section. So this India Council is which complete India, like it represents complete India. Okay, and we have this IEEE student contest also. So they also used to provide so many, like what you say, the student like student contest, students activities, all these things. So these are some these are very few, but these are some important links, like which you can see, and like you can explore, like okay, like from where you can start the things. Okay, so the next thing is the general advice while applying is never reject yourself before applying. Even if you feel that your profile is weak, just apply, because habit is much more important than outcome. And another thing which I have shown you is just check the profiles of the past recipients. So what it will help you is like to actually know, okay, how the things are selected. And do not fear rejection. Rejections are just the part of the process, not a measure of your potential. So this is my thought process of applying to anything. So you just apply. So one thing is, you just know different things. I think after this lecture you might be knowing some of the things, so you explore these things. And if you feel that okay, I'm a eligible student, or I can be the eligible candidate, you just apply. And another important materials to start your preparation is for quant and coding. You can always go for Geeks for Geeks. And NPTEL, how many of you know about NPTEL? What is NPTEL and how many of you know?
Yes, ma'am, I know.
Okay, how many? Two, three?
Lots of us know, ma'am, at
Acha,
Sage.
acha, loads of. Okay, okay. So have you taken any course on NPTEL or something like that?
Yes, ma'am. SPM, cloud computing, and AI, lots of.
Okay, okay, okay. So you know, okay. So yeah, NPTEL for, so I'll also advise you one thing. So there are so many professors in NPTEL. So it's the best part of NPTEL is it's like you can understand one professor, but you are not understanding this. So you can always have for every subject, you might have at least 4 to 5 professors which are experts and which have like recorded their lectures. So it's a very good open source. I would suggest, if you have some plans of like okay, pursuing MTech and like going for higher studies, so you should visit, you should see lectures from NPTEL, because that will clear much more of your understanding. And for machine learning and artificial intelligence, Coursera is like one of the very prestigious what you say, the online platform over which you can find many number of courses. Now if you are confused, okay, which course to start, so there is always a beginner course. If you talk about machine learning, artificial, there is always. So you just start with the beginner course. And if you are like, because these are all the paid courses, not this Quant and NPTEL, this Coursera are paid courses. So there are some very good content on YouTube. So it's more like if in general I'll talk about AI. So it depends what is your need. It's not like okay, like whatever the AI is, we'll do this. So it's AI is much more dependent on the need and the content which you should see or which you should do is like, okay, what is your application? So based on the application, okay, what needs to be done? So that is the approach of like seeing the artificial intelligence or machine learning lectures. Okay, so I think all of you are till here up with me, right? And we are last part of our presentation, that is what is 6G. So I now wants to hear from you, like what anyone knows about 6G and like why it is so much of fascinating. Anyone, what is 6G, what is 5G, why we talk about all these 5G, 6G, and why it is so much of fascinating?
Ma'am, not studied about it much, but I think much more speed, internet speed, and
Sixth
better
generation
experience
of
in
the
browsing.
network technology.
Better. Sorry,
The
please tell.
bandwidth, the bandwidth of the 5G is larger than
Leave,
like
okay, leave all these bandwidth and all those are very well like in general. What is 6G? Like what you think 6G?
Ma'am,
Yeah,
I
yeah, tell
think
me.
basically it's about the speed of the internet. The sixth
Okay.
generation will having the more speed than 5G.
Oh,
And
okay. So that is one aspect. Uh, mm, okay. Any other?
Used for
So
ultra fast speed.
yeah, speed is one thing. So these are the use cases or what you say the after things. So I'll start with something like when it comes to 3G. So I don't know how many of you are from wireless communication background. So I'll talk in a very very high level language. So when this smartphone came, so so earlier what we have that Nokia phones with us. Now that smartphone came, so like the technology changed, right? So after a smartphone, then we have this so much of free internet Geo has provided to us, and then whole of the process comes to this online. Now everyone is connected. What we want more speed, we want more connections. So you can think 6G in a very simple thing like, okay, we want more connections, everyone is connected to everything, whole world is connected. So for connecting whole world, okay, we have 6G. Another thing is, okay, like as many of you have pointed out that, okay, like we have a very high speed and high this thing. So these are some different things. So if you talk about the EM spectrum, I think some of you know about this. I'm not very very sure like the background which you have. So this is a EM spectrum. So every frequency has their range. So if you talk about especially about 6G, so it is mostly this sub terahertz or terahertz range. So maybe how to put it? So gigahertz, whatever we have in 10 ki power 9. So this number is like frequency. I don't know how many of you are from background and have you know about what is frequency?
yes, ma'am, we
Any
know.
yes, ma'am.
Acha, so anyone can tell me quickly what is frequency?
Like the map, the number of oscillations or the motion that we get in a unit time.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see this thing. Any other?
Yes, ma'am, it can be um,
Yeah, so yeah, so we can say that this is the oscillation. So if you talk about frequency, so everything, whatever we operate, whatever the device we operate, it operates on a certain frequency. So there is some EM band, and over the EM band, we have certain sectors. Okay, this sector will do this task and this at this frequency range. Okay, so if you talk about specifically 6G, so it's mostly about the sub terahertz and terahertz range, and gigahertz means 10 ki power 9. So tera means 10 ki power 12. So if I write 0 0.3, so it says 0 0.3 to 10 ki power 12. So it's very very high, like this thing, not a problem. So uh, if you talk about some applications, so it is Internet of Things. So IoT, how many of you know what is Internet of Things? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
anyone? So whatever, so you can think Internet of Things something like uh, the devices are connected all over, the things are connected to, you have a one centralized server and everything is connected to everyone. So you can think Internet of Things something like that. So these are very high level things. So some use cases, what you say about 6G. So these applications requires very high frequency and very, like as some of you have pointed, very high bandwidth. So just to meet those things, so we have 6G. So the spectrum. So another what you say, the organization is 3GPP. So have anyone of you heard about this 3GPP? Okay, so 3GPP is third generation partnership project. So it is a global organization that develops standards. Okay, so first I'll talk about standards. So what is standards is, so if you are in India and now for the time being you need to travel to, let's example, anything, let's take Sri Lanka, you need to travel. So India has its own what you say, uh, uh, let us not take this way, so let us take this way. So your phone is manufactured in one country, and you use or you operate in another another country. So how it is possible? So another thing you can take is like everyone has this C type charger. So why C type? Like iPhone earlier has this lightning charger, and now every even iPhones are having this C type of charger. So why we need all these things? Like why every company is coming to a particular what you say, a standard or a particular thing, only a particular product you can say, a particular type of a service you can say.
For e-wastage,
Yes. So the thing, yeah. Yes, so why the government want these things? To reduce the wastage. So it's like if your phone is now waste, so like if you talk about iPhone, so earlier they have this lightning charger. So now I'll buy another 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 charger. So standards are very very important, and this 3GPP is a global organization that develops standards for mobile communication systems. And why these standards are made? To ensure that a smartphone built in one country works seamlessly on a network in another country. So this is the whole this is a global organization that works on mobile standards. And before 3GPP, what happens is different regions used to have incompatible cellular technologies. So what's the problem? If we have different incompatible cellular technologies, so as I've told you, so if you are at one particular country, and if you are moving to maybe for a visit or maybe for a travel, you are to another, so then how your like phone will switch the carrier? So this organization helps to maintain that thing. And today, because of 3GPP, your device can discover, authenticate, and connect to any 5G network anywhere in the world. So for more information, you can have this visit this 3GPP organization. They have so many standards. There are so many of technologies, like since most of the people, like there are different backgrounds of people. So there is something called MIMO technology. I don't think that some of you have heard about this thing. So these technologies or these things are generally developed by 3GPP. So why like I have talked all these things in my project, in my this talk. So the thing is this 6G. So whatever the what you say, the standards will develop, whatever the technology will be developed, everything should be approved by 3GPP, and then only it comes to standard. And once it comes to standard, then it comes to us. So this 3GPP is a very very important organization if you are talking about mobile communications, and more like obviously the 6G. So 3GPP has given this roadmap. So what is this roadmap is like, they have commercialize some technology in release 15, 16, 17, 18, and now they have different types of a release. For these different types of a release, we have different what you say, like the technologies or whatever the services should be provided to the end user. So this is some kind of a roadmap to 6G. So these are some like useful resources for 6G if you want to learn more about this. So there is one NPTEL video that is in Hindi, and it's a very very good video by Professor Deepak Bera. I think he's a professor in Triple IT Delhi. And there is some training program in IIT Kanpur, so that will happen maybe in around August or September, so you can attend that training program. So obviously this NPTEL is a like free this thing. The even ISC Bangalore also offers this training program on 6G, and like how 6G is there and how 6G is connected to this AI/ML. So both things are there. So I think this is ongoing. You can like maybe check it once. So they have also the repeated training program on this. Even in IIT Kanpur, you can find on this page that there are I think from you should know not know anything and how to build like starting from the scratch. So these are some useful resources for 6G, and this is all from my side. So you can always like email me. This is my email ID, and you just mention the proper subject, because like it's very difficult because I used to be very busy. So generally I don't if the subject is not very convincing, so I don't open the email. And you can obviously like connect to me through this LinkedIn, and this is my Google Scholar profile, so in which it is there like what papers I have published and all those things. So this is all from my side. Thank you. So the dice is open, and like anyone can answer. So I'll start with the chat box, and then once this chat box, all these things, the doubts are clear, then we can have this one-to-one discussion also. So the first thing is this Abhishek Barik. Private sector like Qualcomm is good in long run or better in academics to have better exposure. Okay, so I'll tell you what I have said is there are two things. So if you want some stable life, very stable life, some okay like not very too ambitious, okay, learning different technologies, learning this thing, then definitely academics is a very good thing. But if you are very much flexible to the dynamic environment and all those things, then Qualcomm is a very good company. If you talk about like it's a top leading company in terms of this modern firmware. So it's your choice, it's completely your choice. And ma'am want to know about 6G and AI. So 6G I have talked about, and this AI you can find so many of tips. So if you talk about this merging, so what the future is predicting is mostly about is 6G, without AI, it is very difficult to connect all the things to everything. And definitely 6G will have a major role, this AI have a major role in 6G. So if any company wants any specific format of a resume, so how we can create it? So I have given you one this format. You can edit it. Okay, so this is a editable, that's why I have put this doc file and I have not given you the PDF. So you can find thousands of templates over this like Google. But what I have given to you is I have been in this department placement coordinator of this IIT Kanpur for around 1 year. So I have gone through almost 500 600 of resume. So this rough structure which I have provided is you is like what generally company expects. So now there are so many companies, so every company has their own expectations and all those things. So definitely you can like change the format, but whatever I have provided you is just a very like standard format, what you can say. Okay, please can you share point out to specific resources that will help to perform practicals in wireless communications lab. Okay, so I need some time for this, because some very some very like few labs work on this practical wireless communication implementation. So if you talk about this triple IT Delhi, so they have this FCPA systems and all those things. So they have something. And if you talk about IIT Hyderabad, they also have this practical communication systems lab. But I'm not very sure about how much they take the interns. Triple IT Delhi, I know I have some few contacts there, so they have some very good resources about this wireless and wireless communications lab and all. So maybe you can write to me. I have given my email ID to you. You can write to me, and if I'll get something, I'll get back to you on this. Okay, ma'am. Isaac NTN. This is R6G Terra husband. Okay, 3GPA project was started outside India. So Abhishek Barik, so your question is there, or like I don't understand this. How this overleaf is used in research paper? Okay, this is a very good question. So if you want, I can even share you the format, like how this overleaf, the research paper format of this overleaf. But let me quickly share with you, since we are also run of time. I don't know how much time I have. Just let me quickly tell you how you can go through this is. So you just write IEEE, let's example transactions format LaTeX. Okay. So you will get this LaTeX format. Okay. So once you will get this LaTeX format, you can download it. Okay. So if you talk about this paper format, so this is one paper format. Okay. You open as a template. So once you open as a template, so it will directly take you. Okay. So you have all those things, everything is written there. So all the files and all. So this is the text file, and see, everything is written. I hope this clears your doubt. Okay. So how is overleaf? Why does someone choose overleaf? Because AI will do it more easily. No, so I'll tell you, Saurabh, what's the thing is, overleaf is, it's a cloud source. Okay, so you can access through your phone, you can access through anywhere. So it's not like, so LaTeX has their tech interpreter as a app also. So why overleaf is much more convenient is because of the interface also, and you can access it anywhere. So it's just about the LaTeX, how you write a LaTeX language. So this is more about this. It's not because of AI, it's more because of like the interface which they have provided. So ma'am, as beginner student, which skill we should focus first on to stay relevant for AI 6 and future? Like, so for AI, there is very famous course by Professor Andrew Ng. So you can find it over the, so I'll write it in the text also. Professor Andrew Ng. Okay, so it's on YouTube. So you can find this course to be very relevant. There are so many good what you say, the YouTube like YouTube videos as well. So very small videos as well. So there are two things, as I have told you. AI is completely a black box. What black box means is, you just give input and you take the output. So unboxing AI is another thing. So for the starting, for the beginners, what I would suggest you is, you just like focus on, okay, how actually I can use it. Once you are trained in, okay, how I can use it, then you can, what you say, start realizing what's the maths behind this, how the systems are built, how the neural networks are built. If you want, we can have another, like a very detailed section on this AI also. So like, since most people have like asked for this career guidance and all these things, that's why I talked very little about these things. Okay, so overleaf is so for multiple parameter estimation for fast changing channel cluster delay line. Okay, estimation, how to choose which AI and which. Oh, you are from Abhishek. You are from where? Like, you are not any BTech student, right? So this type of a question, like, I cannot expect from a BTech. I mean, if I have a lot of parameter to estimate how to choose MLS. Okay, so like Abhishek, can I have you over here like once? Uh, Hitesh, yeah, you have like raise up your hand. Do you need to ask anything? Rikesh, Rikesh Srivastav. Okay. So Abhishek, the thing is, in AI, ML, what the problem is, there is no defi so we have some architectures. Let's example, we have unet architecture, we have subnet architecture. Those are some inbuilt architecture. So if you talk only about this channel estimation and parameter estimation, so you need to build up, come up with the models. And now how to choose the number of layers, how to choose the number of neurons, it exactly depends on the problem statement. So like what is the, what you say, the drawback or advantage, whatever you can say, of AI is, there is no perfect rule for perfect this thing. So everything comes with an hit and trial. Okay, this works well with you, but it doesn't mean it works well for everyone. So for AI, what I can say is, like, everything is just hit and trial. And this multiple parameter estimation problem for fast changing means, if you can say, the time varying environment. So those can be very very well, what you can say is, solved using these RL techniques, the reinforcement techniques. So we have some classes of this, what you say, the artificial intelligence. So let's example, we have this ANNs, we have CNNs, and then we have this reinforcement learning kind of a things. Now we have this diffusion models and all. I don't know how much of you are aware of all these things, but at least if you want, like, you can write to me, I can give you some like sources from where you can study all these reinforcement learning kind of a techniques, and then how to like apply for this thing can be done. Okay. So, I am a research scholar from IIT Kharagpur. Okay, Abhishek, you can contact me, no problem. You just write to me and I'll like help you. Abhishek, please turn on your mic. Okay. Aditya Gupta, can you please tell? So just tell me one thing, Mahavir. So can I take this last question or should we wrap up? One last question is there.
Ma'am, you can take that question.
Okay, okay. So, can you please tell about Qualcomm Innovation Fellowship and the requirements for it? Okay. So, who has asked this? Okay, Aditya Gupta. So, you are from where? Aditya Gupta? You can write, no problem at all. Uh, IIT Rupert. Okay, okay, then fine. So, I'll tell you what happens is, for Qualcomm. So, let me take you to the screen also. Okay. If you talk about this Qualcomm Innovation Fellowship, okay. So there are participating universities, and I think that IIT Ropar is not a part of those universities. So let me check it once. So participating universities. So these are the only universities which are those people to contact these people. So I think they have given their contact information. They might have. So Abhijit Bhattacharya is there for Qualcomm. So if you want, you can write to me. I can give his like email ID to you. So you can request your university, maybe your head of the department, or maybe some placement coordinators and all, to include you in, to include your university in this list. So once your university is included in this list, then you can then you will get what you say, the invite for this Qualcomm innovation proposal, and then the things happens. Okay. So first thing is this, and another is, can we use the term 6G if we are working on applications of 6G irrespective of working on its expected? So this is a very very good question, and earlier I also have this similar doubt. We can say, so whatever um, so my viewpoint on 6G is, okay, we are working on the spectrum, and that's why we are saying it as a 6G. But what in general the people talk about, so I have recently visited this IEEE WCNC in Malaysia. So I have also the similar doubt, or like, okay, is it the spectrum or is it the working application? So it's more about the working application. So as spectrum is just one aspect of seeing the things, but what in general the people will say is, it's more about of the application. And what are the things that affect the 6G beams in comparison to 5G if we are working on sub 6 gigahertz? See, there are three different things. Sub 6 gigahertz is 4G. We cannot say it even the 5G. So sub 6 gigahertz has a like a very low frequency, so it's very good for communication. But the problem with 6G is it's very low frequency, what are the things that affect the 6G beams in comparison to 5G? So there are many effects in this. So some effects I have talked in my paper. So if you want, you can search my Google Scholar profile. So in Google Scholar profile, there is one paper. It has around 30 citations and also that talks about this beam squint effect. So this beam squint effect is mostly dominated in like what you say the terahertz band. If you want, you can write to me and I can like guide you on this thing further. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for being with me, and I think I have taken more than 1 hour. If you have any doubt, you can, like as I have told you, you can always contact to me via LinkedIn, via email, and you can visit my Google Scholar profile as well if you have any doubts.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such an insightful and inspiring session. The career guidance was truly valuable for all the participants here today. Ma'am, before we conclude today's session, on behalf of SUI IEEE Student Branch, Women in Engineering and Education Society, we would like to present a virtual certificate of appreciation to you. And I'd like Mr. Raj Thakur to present it to you.
And it is my honor as a former chair of SUI Triple Eastern Branch. And let me share my screen. Is it visible like I have shared?
So one last thing is I'll share all these.
Yes.
Is my is I'm clear?
Yes, ma'am, the audio is
Yes.
there.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So what I'll do is I'll share all these slides because they contain so much of useful links and all these things to Sanjana, and maybe she can share it over the WhatsApp group. And if you have any query, then you can always like come to me. Okay.
Yes,
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much.
ma'am, I would personally like to express my my efforts and time you have put for SUI Triple E. And on behalf of SUI Triple E branch, it is my honor to present the certificate of appreciation as a token of our gratitude. And thank you once again, ma'am, for inspiring our students and guiding them for like future technologies and opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you, ma'am, for
everyone.
wonderful session. Thank you, ma'am, for wonderful session.
Thank you so much. And you can like contact me via LinkedIn and all. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.